Every morning you wake up and repeat it. You don't see it. You've never been told to question it. But this one habit, embedded so deep into your daily routine that it feels like discipline, is the exact reason your finances haven't moved in years. Not your job, not the economy, not your circumstances. A single morning pattern that signals to your mind every single day that you are not someone who builds wealth. Marcus Aurelius called this the most dangerous form of self-deception, and you are living it right now. Asterisk before this video ends, you will know the exact name of the morning habit that has been silently voting against your financial future, and why the moment you recognize it, it can never work on you the same way again. Asterisk the habit has a name. It is called deferred identity. It is not laziness. It is not ignorance. It is something far more precise and far more destructive. Deferred identity is the quiet, daily act of waking up and choosing, without realizing you are choosing, to be the same person you were yesterday. Here is what it looks like on an ordinary Tuesday. The alarm goes off at 6:47. You silence it. You reach for your phone before your feet touch the floor. You open the same apps. You scroll the same content. You see someone else's life, their win, their announcement, their number, and for 3 seconds you feel something. Then you close the app. You get up. You make your coffee the same way. You leave at the same time. And somewhere in those first 40 minutes, without saying a single word out loud, you told your mind exactly who you are, and it believed you. This is why it is dangerous, because it does not feel like a decision. It feels like a morning. It feels normal. It feels like you, but your mind does not separate ritual from identity. Whatever you repeat in those first waking hours, your subconscious treats as a declaration. And if you spend those hours consuming instead of deciding, reacting instead of directing, you have told yourself, at the neurological level, that you are a passenger in your own life, not a builder, not someone who creates wealth. A passenger. The financial cost of this is not theoretical. A person who spends their first 45 minutes in passive consumption 5 days a week loses approximately 195 hours a year in the highest neurological clarity window they will ever have. That is more than 8 full 24-hour days of peak mental performance, handed to someone else's content, someone else's agenda, someone else's algorithm, compounded over 5 years. That is not a small number. That is the difference between the person you imagined becoming and the person you are still waiting to be. And here is where it gets uncomfortable. Asterisk most people reading about this will nod. They will recognize it. They will feel it land somewhere specific inside them. And then they will keep doing it tomorrow. Not because they are weak, because the habit is dressed as something harmless. Let us be precise about what it costs. At 25, deferred identity feels like a minor inefficiency, a slow start, no real damage. At 30, it starts to look like stagnation. The promotions that passed you, the side income you almost started, the savings account that never grew the way you planned. At 35, if nothing breaks, it calculates into something harder to look at. A gap between where you are and where you always told yourself you were headed. Not from lack of opportunity, not from lack of intelligence, from a habit practiced so early and so quietly that it never registered as a choice. 5 years of this costs you more than any salary increase ever gives back. Because it is not only about money lost, it is about the version of yourself that never had the chance to lead the day, because the day was already gone before you were fully awake enough to claim it. Marcus Aurelius understood something specific about this trap. He did not call it laziness. He did not moralize about it. He identified it as a failure of governance. The mind unguarded at its most vulnerable moment, surrendering direction to whatever arrived first. He believed that how a man entered the day was how he entered his entire life. Not metaphorically, literally. The first pasture of the morning became the pasture of everything that followed. If nobody has ever explained it to you this way before, this channel exists for exactly that reason. Stay with me, but here is what makes this particular pattern so hard to break. It is not uncomfortable. That is the trap. Pain teaches. Discomfort signals change, but this habit feels productive. The phone feels like staying informed. The scroll feels like a warm-up. The familiar coffee ritual feels like preparation. The entire sequence is wrapped in the sensation of doing something, while actually doing nothing that serves the life you want. You are not failing dramatically. You are drifting precisely, and drift is invisible until you calculate the distance. Most people stop exactly here. That is the entire problem. Asterisk, there is one change, not a list, not a system, one reorientation that breaks the pattern permanently. On the first decision of the day, not the first hour, not the first conversation, the first decision, before the phone, before the app, before the news or the noise or the content that will pull your attention outward. Make one deliberate choice about who you are today, what you are building, what you refuse to repeat. Marcus Aurelius did not theorize about this. He practiced it. Every morning, before any external obligation arrived, he wrote, not for publication, not for legacy, for governance. He was speaking to himself, reminding himself of his principles before the day could replace them with reactions. He was, in the most precise sense, choosing his identity before anything else could choose it for him. You do not need to write meditations. You need 60 seconds, 1 minute before the phone. One question. What is the one thing I will do today that the person I am becoming would recognize? That is it. That is the shift. Not a 5-step morning routine, not a journaling protocol. A single question, asked before anything else, that forces your mind out of passenger mode and into authorship. The tone of everything changes here. Because when you own that first decision, when you claim it before the algorithm does, the rest of the day begins from a different place. Not a place of discipline through force, a place of alignment. You are no longer reacting to a morning, you are leading one. And the person who leads their mornings, over time, leads their finances, their relationships, and their life in ways that no external system can produce for them. The quiet power that Marcus Aurelius wrote about was not reserved for emperors. It was available to any person willing to govern the first moment of the day. That person was always you. You simply were not told where to look. Every morning you wake up and repeat it. That was the sentence that opened this, and now you hear it differently, because now you know what it is. Not a character flaw, not a weakness, a pattern, learned, practiced, and, because it was learned, breakable. The habit that has quietly kept you poor is not the phone, the scroll, or the coffee. It is the daily surrender of your first conscious moment to something other than your own direction. It is deferred identity, practiced in the dark. Before you were awake enough to notice, you are awake now. The wall sentence is this: the person you become is built in the moments you think do not matter. What is the one thing you do every morning that you already know is moving you further from the life you want, not closer to it? Write it below. Naming it out loud is the first act of refusing it. Asterisk, Marcus Aurelius did not write meditations for the world. He wrote it for himself. A private reminder to stay sharp, stay disciplined, and never become comfortable. If this video found you today, it was not by accident. The question is what you do next. I am Ghost Millionaire, and I will see you in the next one.